Yo, yo, yo. What's up? What's up? What's up? Welcome to the jungle. Boy, you put you on game politics on the humble. Thank you for coming. Thank you for coming. You. Today we have. Let me give you some picks first, right? We have coaching news. Might have some coaching. We got some coaching news, right? Phoenix at 76ers. Um, 76ers with some points. Clippers at Chicago. Clippers with some points. Um, Houston Rockets, San Antonio Spurs at the Rockets, Houston. I'll take Spurs with some points. Minnesota at Utah, Minnesota. Uh, Toronto at Golden State. I'll take Toronto with some points. Miami at Kings, Sacramento. I'll take Miami. And Lakers at Denver. I like the Lakers. Lakers, Miami, Toronto with some points. Minnesota, Spurs with some points. Uh, Clippers with some points. 76ers with some points. And you should be all right. Um, well. So it seemed, regular day after a disappointing night, right? Kings dropped the ball. And so it's good, it happens. We move on. But seeing another podcaster, podcasters watch other podcasters, watch everything in the coach. Where, right, Harlem Legend TV had an interesting segment about Fat Joe, aka Butterfuko, aka Little Joe, aka Skinny Joe, aka Gatekeeper. Was going back and forth with Jadakiss because Jadakiss tell him the right thing that he's always been telling him. He's been telling him. Let people be. Don't worry about what people got going on. Let people get their bag, make their money. Right. That doesn't hurt you. That doesn't concern you. But this is the thing. This podcast, he went out his way. He made sure he got this podcast with somebody like Jadakiss because remember, black folks were very mad at him. He was canceled. He's still canceled indirectly, right? He just staying alive because he had a lot of sucker artists that's still in the game, that still supporting. People that roll off of fear and intimidation and shit like that. So called got respect and show him love because he's been he this person wants to be in the game portraying some type of gangster persona, mafioso persona. That's why he wanna go about doing shit right. So he got to say so who don't do this or who shouldn't do that or who shouldn't people listen to or if he don't like him then nobody else should like him. Um, he never addresses nothing. He never apologized for nothing. None of the disrespect. Um, he's been accused of being racist. He's been accused of people bad as far as business, stealing people's money, stealing deceased rappers' money, messing with young girls and all of that. And still, because he has a little money and being able to pay off some of these lawyers so they can keep that off him. He has some friendships with some people that kind of held him above ground. He been able to bob and weave, but I think it's getting to the point where everybody's going full Voltron on the Gatekeeper because You mean to tell me all these years in hip hop, about 50 years, 51, 52, um, it's only been a handful select artists, Puerto Rican artists, that's been able to stay afloat, right? You know, with or without the support of Butterfuco, aka Little Jowey, um, because he wants to be the number one. If he's not, he wants to hold on to this legacy that's been tarnished, right? Because he overdid it over and over and over again, and he has. Nobody spoke about this man's mom. Nobody. I haven't done it. I ain't seen nobody else do it. That's just real street code, street people shit. We don't go around just talking about people's mom. And if that's the case, why he doesn't produce? You know what I'm saying? Um, produce, right? The I don't even want to say evidence because that shit sound like some other shit, right? Um, show us who spoke, right? Show us a clip, cause we got clips of you about damn near everything, right? Cause you just love to run your mouth, love to lie. You know what I mean? Um, you know what I mean? And for a motherfucker to do all his rant on national TV and on the pay show, right? See, he stole all them looks he's getting. Those were looks other podcasts should have gotten, right? Um, we in a moment that they don't want you to win unless you fuck with them. But they tired. There's a whole bunch of There's a whole bunch of tattletelling. There's a whole bunch of what they call that word. Uh, um, uh, Damn. Confidentiality over there going on, you know what I mean? And it's been coming up time and time again. And son been able to bob it, you know what I mean? Like, yo, like son is just straight up. At this point, let's talk about it. I'm talking about the situation, right? Who are you mad at, little Joey? It's been over 40 years. You've been holding on to this thing, right? Listen, I'm gonna tell you like this. If you know you ain't right, you foul down. Bow down gracefully. Don't drag these good people along with you, man. Because they still believe, right? Because you swearing to God, swear to die, you swear on everybody and their mama, you ain't done this, you ain't done that, you ain't done that. I'm like, damn, nigga. Out of all that shit, you done something. You know what I mean? You're not guilty of everything, huh? You said it yourself. You like I'm 16. That wasn't you, huh? That was AI. Yo, listen. Um, I don't know, right? Uh, Good morning, Vietnam. Yo, hey, why you don't want to say? Listen, don't that shit remind you of somebody bringing you some gossip, right? And everybody, and they telling you some shit, whatever it is, and you be like, "Who you talking about?" Or who told you that? And they be like, "Nah, I can't say nothing." Fuck you. Why are you bringing me some shit you can't tell me where the source from? What about if the source ain't right? You know what I mean? What's up with you and this particular individual, right? That you on national TV, right? Trying to air him out, trying to make everybody dislike the person, right? Bringing us along with your bullshit, and you can't say the motherfucking name. What you afraid of? We want to know what the most gangsterish, lioness, capperish, tattletellingest person is afraid of by not saying somebody's name. What you afraid of? Tell us, man. We might can sort it out. You know what I mean? We might can be like, yo, Hey, yo, what's up? Yo, you got problems with what they gonna be your boy? Them, yo, you got a problem with that? How can we make this go away? You know what I mean? Right? But you just keep on stacking shit. You know what I mean? You know. That's why. What was it? What's the name of them people? Uh, the Black Panthers, the Black Power movement was very really mad at you, right? And they mad at black folks, especially New York black folks, right? That stick up for you, man, because they know you're a foul motherfucker. And besides that, you still was able to overcome and get to this bag. Look how intertwined, right? Y'all know some people want you there for a reason, right? Because you align with their agenda. You align with what they right? Anyway, you under all them people you under, right? It's for a reason, man. That's your position in the totem pole. You know what I mean? You used to be somebody. You ain't that person no more. That shit caught up. Everybody realized you ain't what you fucking say you is. You just stone cold. You laughing. You have a compulsive. You're a serial capper, my nigga. Serial capper, serial glizzy eater, serial gatekeeper, right? Serial I don't want nobody to win but myself type nigga. You're serial. You just next thing you know you're gonna become a serial killer, man. You, hey, listen, man, and I ain't worried about you making no calls, man. You know what I mean? I really not. You can call whoever you want. I don't see no motherfucking body, and I be ready. You know what I'm talking about? And I'm gonna get right. And I'm gonna come find you if I know you bam 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 bada boom bada bing. Part of my word, I don't want to speak too much because you know I already know who the handle is be. You know what I mean? I'm just saying, right? If somebody threatens or somebody says this or somebody said that, I'm with whatever come with that. You know what I mean? Straight up. So you do what you do. You know what I mean? But the truth is the truth. You can't hide behind the truth or stand on no lies doing that sucker shit you do. You know what I mean? Especially if you talk about us, right? But you don't want motherfuckers to eat for whatever reason. We doing our own independent shit. Anyway, anybody that's doing a podcast and because you're afraid to speak about this particular individual, um, uh, and you feel like you being blocked on, listen, you can contact me at welcome to the jungle podcast at gmail.com, and I'll put your videos of your podcast free as charge on my website, www.welcometothejungle.com, because we all have the right to eat, we all have the right to share our content, do whatever we want. If something needs to be spoken on, then let it be spoken on, and we shouldn't let this one man because he's afraid that if you shine too much, he's not gonna shine. And you know that thing he had, you just gotta be look who he's tied to, right? And he got Jada looking bad, man. Not bad really, but it's just like a damp on his name having to carry this low, cause he know you ain't right, son. He trying to tell you, like, I mean, why? What's up with you, like, man? That's like when Eve was on the show. Niggas had you crying. You don't understand. They just picking on me. Ain't nobody picking on you. This is what podcasters do, right? We speak on whatever's going on in the world, whether it's sports, politics, rap. We don't want to speak on you. You just want to have the attention all on you. Everybody kind of like, yo, you heard this nigga? And that's when we talk about you. Like right now. I ain't been watching that show. I've been letting it ride. I'm like, fuck it. I'm done with Butterfuko. He's behaving. He's being a good human being. He ain't talking about nobody, whatever. And boom, this shit pop up. I'm like, oh shit, this nigga been talking shit. Come on, son. What's your problem? What you eat don't make nobody shit. What I eat don't make you shit. You worried about how much views niggas make? You want niggas to be bum? Now you talking about the bum sector. This he categorized everybody that ain't Joe and Jada the bum sector. Cause he's supposed to be fly because he got some people giving him free clothes and rental clothes and rental watches and you know what I mean. He bamboozled the bag, man. He got them people fucked up, man. You know what I mean. He been doing this whole time, man. Right. You know what I mean? Everything around him is, you know what I mean? How can you be a king of the or El Jefe or something if everybody that you had on your team you shitted on? You know what I mean? Or ain't winning. You call what you doing is winning. No, you snaking the bag. You doing all kinds of shit for the bag. That's not winning. It's not genuine, right? Them views you got, that shit is a machine you under, man. You know what I'm saying? Cause you want to be a long bone. You know what I'm talking about? To Jay and whoever else you under over there. You know what I mean? Whoever else signed y'all right now that gave y'all the check. Ain't nobody. Hey, listen. Let's give a plat for. Let's give Butterfuco, aka Lil Jowey, aka uh King Cap, aka uh uh um Confidential, but we ain't saying nothing, aka Mr. Gatekeeper, aka I don't want nobody to shine but me. Let's give him a hand of a clap for the bag he got from Hard Rock. God bless him, man. You know what I mean? He was mad. You know, he was able to he bamboozle them folk for a bag. Good for him. You know what I'm saying? I hope he's saving his money. You know what I mean? Because he keep getting himself in a whole lot of trouble. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you know what I mean? And all this is allegedly, right? Because we know when you like to sue, that's how you try to keep people from talking against you. That's your game to do. As soon as you see somebody's going against what you, that's what he been doing. You know what I mean? I don't too much give a fuck. I'ma speak whatever. I'ma speak the news. I'm speaking about a video I seen, and this is my opinion on that. Just like because I could see Harlem Legend TV spoke on it, but it was kind of a scary. I seen he's scared and he nigga might make a call and all that, right? Because that's how he got these niggas afraid. But even though he know he a foul nigga, he don't want to come at him how he should. Even though everybody know what's good, I ain't gonna talk too much about him. I'ma just nip it in the bud and keep it moving. Tomorrow is to be another segment. Tomorrow another show. He might wanna respond and talk some shit on his next. But whenever he had one of them fugazi niggas on his show, like all you niggas going on there, just like when he had them niggas on there. You know what I'm saying? Like why nigga? You ain't nobody said whatever he got involved with. That shit came out from his camp, right? So now we can't speak about it because it came out. Like listen. Nigga, why you duck bobbing and weaving? We don't care about your shows being full. Your views ain't matching up your show being full. So obviously you either giving up the motherfucking tickets or y'all opening the door, be like, whoever wanna come, come. You know what I mean? So you can see this it's some type of support. Y'all trying to manipulate the system. And we see it. You know what I mean? But it's not that I don't want you to win. No, more power to you. If you did a whole lot of time, you came home, you get into the bag, let's give them a clap. Whatever you got going on with whoever you got going on with, that's for you. You got to live with that. You know what I'm saying? When you do shit like that, evidently that shit don't end right. You know what I mean? Don't end well. So, you know what I mean? Hey, you want get your money, son. I don't go fuck I like motherfuckers getting money. So, you know what I mean? I don't too much give a fuck. But when you want motherfuckers like this nigga right here, he don't want motherfuckers to eat. And he allegedly, he color, he making up some shit that niggas call you. That's some, that's some back in the day little kid shit, right? I'm trying to tell you, he's traumatized, man. This nigga is a grown man traumatized by shit from 40 years ago. Talking about some nigga said something about his mom, son. Yo, damn, son. He's a hater. You know what I mean? He'll go through whatever lengths and extent to stay there so he can have some say so over niggas, and you niggas is supporting that, some bitch ass niggas too, respectfully, you know what I mean? And if a nigga don't like what I'm saying, we can do what it do, whenever. You know what I mean? Straight like that, nigga. You. Welcome to the jungle. You know what I'm talking about? And big up to all my kings in the jungle. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? If you feel like you're a king, if you moving like you're a king, if you living like you're a king, that's what we on. We back to that. We ain't slaves no more. We ain't on all that dumbass shit no more. We what our what's the word I'm looking for? Um, Rightful. I'm trying to say something, but it can't come out. But let's clap. This nigga said he's the king of them. Yo, damn son. Let's take a sip of coffee, man. See, I thought, hey, I was missing that. I was missing fucking with Butterfuco, man. Production ain't gave me no news on Butterfuco in a while. Um, so I kind of, I'm like, fuck, I'm gonna leave Butterfuco alone. He ain't put his ass out there, but boy, I think he done it today, man. Harlem TV came out with that motherfucking shit right there. I'm like, I missed them episodes. That's because I ain't watched that whole what's the name with the nigga he just had on there right there. You know what I mean? I kind of like didn't want to talk about that, right? Because I didn't know too much of his situation, what was going on, and I seen everybody ducking the situation, and I handling the situation, how they handle other situations. So I'm like, you know what? I'm just not gonna talk about it. I'm not gonna I'm gonna nip that in the bud. That's not my problem. Let the people's problem and whatever. That's that. Handle that. You know what I'm talking about? And I just continue doing what I'm doing because that's what we do: sports, culture, and politics. Now, I mean, today we on culture news, and the news is little Jowey. Little Jowey want the keys to the gates of prosperity, of stardom, of podcasting. By any means, he wants to be the number one podcaster. All of a sudden, these chains came up, and they getting changed now. You know what I mean? Hey, yo, listen, the thing is, he got a group that's down with the fuckery, son. Y'all just want y'all to know. So I'm all right. I don't need to team up or whatever. But, hey, if he's doing what he's doing, evidently he wants people like me to lose, people like y'all to lose. So if we just gotta just focus on everyday Butterfuco, aka Little Jowey news, and that's what we gotta do. You know what I mean? Just keep the pressure on him. You know what I mean? Because you know, um, right. Watch them shows from a distance, see what he talking about till he calm that shit down. He don't want to calm that shit down, then we just bomb on. Like, I mean, I don't know what y'all scared of. Like, you know what I mean? Y'all scared of the people around them. I'm all right. Well, they being paid by a person. They being paid by that. So if they good with that, that means they all not good. Think about it. If they acting like they don't know what's going on with that thing, I mean that thing. You know what I mean? So I'm just saying, this nigga wearing a all right. I'm just saying, man. Let's keep it 100. Anyway, man, it was a couple things I wanted to touch on. I just seen that video, right? But um, yeah, or it might have been Haas who we was talking about. Well, we know Haas getting a lot of people nerves because Haas talk. But I mean, he's doing what he got to do to win. That's his content. Um, he actually has some pretty good content sometimes. He's not always on the bullshit. Yeah, some people dislike him because he talks about them sometimes whenever they do some fuckery or you know me or whatever. Man, that's what this shit come with. That's how y'all make money. When people talk about you, right? Around. So if everybody just stop talking about you, you ain't gonna be it. You know what I mean? It's just sad. He really take. And then when Jada said, Jay to the Moore said, yo, just let them people get their bag, let them eat. Where's you? You know, if you supposed to be top tier, which you not, no more. Or you once not, you never really once was. You just was a bully and run around with 30 motherfuckers just so motherfuckers be afraid. Give a couple niggas a beats, couple things there, blah 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 blah, and that's it, man. You know what I mean? You just do money and shit. You know what I mean? Intimidation factor. You know what I'm saying? We trying to figure out how you ain't butterbone, but how you ain't. You know what I mean? But them handlers is the motherfuckers, huh? Anyway, um. And he says he told right after that he says fuck them nigga. Oh, he's like, oh, that's your man's, you know what I mean? He like, you suck my dick, fuck them. Like, yo, this nigga, like, he straight or he don't you know what, he don't have no respect for son, man. He don't have no respect for son. That's some disrespectful shit. If a nigga tell you, yo, just leave that shit alone and you got love for me, you probably be like, oh, leave that shit alone. You supposed to be like, all right, now on the strength for you, I'm gonna leave that shit alone because you might have some dealings or you want people to eat, right? You know what I mean? I'm gonna leave that alone, right? Or you ain't trying to gatekeep or whatever. Boom, boom, bada bing. But no, you didn't do that. You did the most disrespectful shit you can do. And if I was him, it's got to be a sign somewhere to branch off from that nigga and get one of your other niggas to do what that's what it made most sense anyway. I mean, I believe he did it all along because he ain't want to see you go down like that because he considers you a legend. He considers you somebody he grew up watching and listening, and y'all was in the game around the same time. So he gave he threw you a motherfucking what's the name, kept you from drowning. That's exactly what he did from day one, and everybody seen it, everybody knows it. But how long do you hold on to a nigga hand? Do you sync with him, or do you just call her, let it be what it be, and because he's not gonna stop. He wants to be. He takes orders from them niggas, but he wants to be the one to tell niggas who they is or who they not, what they can do and what they cannot. Because if I don't like you, if I can't be seen like you only winning because of me or you connected to me, then you can't win at all. And that's some fucked up shit. That's just a hater shit. You not that. You not. That's who the fuck is you, son? You know what I mean? Right. Only a scared nigga run around with that much. You know what I mean? Like, come on, we already know you get up. You know what I'm saying? You feel me? And you need to cut it out because that shit run out. You know what I mean? Straight like that. But anyway, that's that. I'm gonna conclude the show because you get to the point you get tired of talking to this lame ass nigga. You know what I mean? Like, for him to come back with all that, like that's what he been doing. He been trying to power up, man. He using that shit you know what I mean? It is what it is. He used it for all the wrong reasons, man. He could have been extra paid and been shining brighter. But a pig don't stop being a pig. You know what I mean? And because he lost some weight. Get it? Anyway, man. Podcasts all around the world. I think it's time for us to defend our platforms or your platforms and decide whether you let Butterfuko, aka everything else, um, stop your shine, or you fight for your right to shine, for your right to eat, for your right to eat, feed your people, for your right to go from wrong to right, for your right to evolve. Don't let a sucker stop it. It's your wholesale Leon. You have a blessed night, blessed rest of the week. Don't forget your workout in. Don't forget to put your bets in. Um, Remember, send your music videos, whatever talent you got. Welcome to the Jungle Podcast at gmail.com. I'm gonna work on the website now, see what I can put on there. See if what kind of music I could work on. Something. www.welcometothejungle.com is your wholesale Leon. And that's it on this particular topic. So we pretty sure he's, he can't contain himself, right? So we pretty sure he will keep on, and he will keep on, and we won't stop. We'll be right here. Bagata. Judy! Now get y'all punk ass off my show. And I'll talk to y'all later tomorrow, whenever. And that was your news for the day, culture news. The Serdo came back. The Serdo finally had it. Whoever's talking about that man moms, that's not right. You know what I mean? That's his excuse for doing what he's doing and going berserk. I know that's not the case, but he's resulted to this, to that, so he can do what he do. And hey, let's be respectful, right? Get it? Pagata. Talk to y'all punk ass later. Word is bond.